What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We're back with Motor City Lions Talk. Some more Lions Talk today. And it was an article, I think, read in Freep, Detroit Free Press, for people who don't know, to live outside Detroit. And I'm going to link it to the description, and I want you guys to read the article. Probably want to read it first, but if you don't have time to read it, I'll just, I'm going to elaborate a little bit on it and pick certain points to elaborate on. But the article is says that Detroit Lions need to cut ties with Ameer Abdullah for his run game to take off. I'm paraphrasing there. And, they talked about year one, he was a rookie. Year two, he was injured. In year three, he was supposed to have his breakout year. He was averaging like 4.4 yards a carry or something like that, 5 yards a carry early on last season before he got injured. And it was a lot of high hopes that he can be the lead back in Detroit. And it hasn't panned out. I think they said he had his worst performance last week versus the Bears. 11 carries, 22 yards. And what was significant about that is the Lions had their full, healthy, projected starting offensive line, and he didn't cut it. And I think Dave Burkett or somebody wrote this article, but I heard somebody talk about it was Barry Sanders comparison early on. And I remember that Jets preseason game in his rookie year. People say, oh, he's like Barry. He can cut. He can do this. He can do that. And, they also talked to Jim Caldwell, which, how the Lions historically, after Matt Millen, everything was pretty much kept in house. They never answer your question directly. They dance around questions. They keep stuff hidden. They play it close to the vest, and that's been the theme for the last 10, 15 years about that. And he danced around the question, and basically he knows that the Lions' run game is not going to be fixed anytime soon. That was basically the translation that was made. He know it is what it is. It's a passing league, but you got to be able to run the ball. And the Lions are not able to run the ball. Look no further than the Pittsburgh game on the goal line when they couldn't punch it in, for me to get my 2 cents on it real quick, I've been saying that. When they drafted Ameer Abdullah, I knew that he wasn't an every down back. The Arizona Cardinals was going to take him and try to make him into an every down back. They end up, Lions took him and they end up getting David Johnson. But the signs are there. He don't have a straight line speed to match up with that height, and neither does Theo Reddick. They don't run fast enough in a straight line to be every down backs, because when you're that size and you're every down back, hypothetically, because there's not a lot of those small backs there, you either have to be elusive in the hole, which Abdullah is, and you got to have some toughness or some breakaway speed. And he's not tough, and he doesn't have breakaway speed. Warrick Dunn was that type of running back, but Warrick Dunn was able to run between the tackles. He knew how to hit the hole. He was elusive. He can break tackles. He wasn't the best straight line runner, but he was tough. Abdullah's not tough. Abdullah's issue is that he plays with the hole. No patience. He doesn't hit the hole with conviction. Theoretically, hit the hole with conviction. And that's why you see when he runs the ball, he'll pick up some yards. Abdullah is a third down back. He wants to bounce everything to the outside, and now it's to the point where the Lions are designing outside runs for him to go outside, and he's bouncing every outside run to the outside, and the defenders are sitting there waiting for him. He was talented in college, but he's just not fast enough. Neither is Theo Reddick. They quick, but they're not fast. They don't present a game breaking speed. They're not gonna break open a 50-yard touchdown, out of the backfield. It's just not gonna happen. I think Ameer Abdullah's longest run is 36 yards, same as Kevin Smith. And they said in the article that he was a definition of mediocre. And for Abdullah, it just ain't him. And I think you could put the blame on Abdullah, but you got to put the blame on the schematics, the blueprint, how to run the ball. I don't see the Lions doing a lot of power pulling linemen, doing the stuff that Kansas City does, that good run teams do. I don't see them doing anything fancy. They might have a good little run play every now and then, but I don't see the schematically, I don't see anything that mimics or mirrors a good running game. So that's something they have to look at as well. It's the scheme that they're running. And that's why I said I would like to see them bring in Gary Kubiak that can, bring that zone running scheme in. But definitely I would cut every running back on the roster next year, except for Theoretic. That's the only running back I would keep. And only because he presents versatility. He's indicative of a third down back and a slot receiver if you get low at receiver. Other than that, every running back would be gone. The offensive coordinator will be gone unless I bring in somebody that shows him how to run the ball and have some good run plays. So maybe some offensive linemen can go too. TJ Lang and Rick Ragnar, they ain't doing that hot neither. So I'm not solely putting the blame on Ameer Abdullah. It's some things other than that, but he's not an every down back. And if you can't see that, then you need to go get your eyes checked, or vision works or something like that. Or lens crafter, because he's not an every down running back. And they don't address the running back next year position with a true running back. We're going to keep having these same conversations, and we're not going to get playoff wins. It is what it is.